Politics as usual with RC episode 3. RC, what's the word, G's?
Ain't nothing, man. Chilling, man. Can't call it.
No, this is the countdown to the inauguration. Last episode we said Trump got to get 50 to pull up. You think Trump gonna make it happen?
I think so. 50 said he down with whoever won. After Trump won, he start posting all they buddy pictures, so he might get 50 up in there. Many men, the inauguration.
Who else you think he should have pull up to the inauguration?
Just people, just political people. I know he definitely got his people that he cool with. His socialite friends and his wealthy friends. So definitely they'll be in attendance. But keep it political. The people who need to be there will be there.
So what you think about his cabinet so far?
I feel like he could have definitely threw somebody black in there. Like his first time around, he threw Ben Carson in there as the head of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, in which he's a brain surgeon. He don't know absolutely nothing about HUD, but I mean, you stuck a black guy at the head of Housing and Urban Development. Like it does not act like it don't kind of make sense, but everybody would like to have seen somebody that has some experience in the field. But nobody this time around. I think him picking, what's her name, Kash Patel for the head of the FBI. I think that was definitely for optics, an Indian dude and at the head of the FBI. Like, you put a minority there at the end of the day, and those who are really on the hard right will just look at that like, well, isn't he a minority? Yeah, he's a minority, but we know the minority group that historically has been in this country, so you would like to see it, but it's not a deal breaker. It ain't nothing crazy.
What about Linda McMahon? He put Linda McMahon down.
Yeah, I think that's crazy, but that's what they all do. They put their friends in position of power. It just so happens that one of his friends is freaking Linda McMahon. That's what they all do. Go back to everybody's cabinet. They got somebody there that they've been cool with 20, 30 years that they gave a job where they could see a job for them. But yeah, I think it was wild to see him pick Linda McMahon. It was. But he picked the first female Joint Chief of Staff. So, he's kind of doing those things for diversity that he spoke against, but it's not really including Black and Latino people, which kind of speaks to his base. Like I said, that was always his base. He knew who to campaign to. He campaigned to the average white man who the country seemed to be passing over. So I don't think it's nothing crazy though. I don't think it's nothing alarming.
He threw Linda the bag on her first time running back in CT. He threw a nice bag for her campaign and all that.
That's his friend. That's what they do. You look out for your friends. Nepotism is alive and well.
What's the RFK. Look like he about to be a part of the cabinet as well.
Yeah, my son got in there. I think what was his thing? Had a
medical, health.
Yeah, that's good.
You said that the last episode. I was asking you, like, is Trump gonna keep his word? Trump.
It looked like he did. He just got to be approved by the Senate. He got to be approved by the Senate, and I think Congress or the Senate, either one of the both of them got to approve him. But nonetheless, that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's good. And like I said, that's what real change look like. Actually getting somebody in there who is not down with the status quo and who's actually trying to see us be healthy, not just see us be profitable.
Yeah. So what you expecting from Trump for his second term?
Really just a lot of the immigration stuff. It looks like there's gonna be trade wars jumping off. China talking about they not sending important minerals. Canada look like they gonna be tariffed out of existence, is what Trump told Canada. They could be the 51st state, and President and what's his name, Trudeau. Justin Trudeau could be the governor. That's comedy, but yeah, like it's gonna be some stuff jumping off, and I don't really know what his end game is. I don't really know what his end game is. You put the tariffs on stuff, stuff is going to become a little more expensive. Now it seems to be trade wars jumping off. So what's the end game here? I don't really understand what the end game is, but that wasn't the number one issue. You know, will it have an effect on the economy? Yeah, but if in theory we're paying less taxes, we should have more money. So when you got money, you don't really look at the price of stuff. When you go to the most expensive restaurants, they don't have the prices listed. Because they assume people got the money to pay for it. So we'll see how it work out.
Think the second term gonna be better than the first term?
Yeah, I think it will be. Because he got experience now. He actually has a whole 4 years in there, so he can move off a precedent, what worked and what didn't work. There might be a lot more civil unrest this time, and it'll be coming from the left, which it'll be kind of odd to see what that looked like. When radical leftists was the people to be worried about, shit was getting bombed, Brinks trucks was getting robbed, planes was getting hijacked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm against, the left being radicalized. It's just y'all wait till it's too late, and y'all kind of be beating a dead horse, for lack of a better saying. So, like I said, we'll see. But with Trump looking like he's going to use the FBI and the Department of Justice to go after his political enemies and political rivals, I think it'll be a lot of people with an eye on any extremism as it relates to Trump.
Yeah. So like the past couple of days have been like an uproar on social media about current President Biden giving his son Hunter a pardon. How you feel about that?
Who wouldn't do that, man? Like sometimes they want these politicians to not be people. Who wouldn't give their son a pardon, bro? Like, come on. I forget the name of the person who it was. He's a representative, but he said that as a father, who wouldn't do that? But what Biden should do now is pardon Trump. Why not pardon him? They already dropping all his charges, all his cases, all his everything. So why not just pardon him? Then you gave him a show of good faith. Who knows how things make up? Trump is proven to be a guy that you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So, why not? It's a good political move. It makes sense to do.
You think Biden will pardon Trump?
We got about 5 more weeks, 6 more weeks to see. So we'll see. I think he will. I think it'll come down to the last hour, but I think he will.
So, yeah. Trump probably try to pardon himself, give himself a pardon.
Yeah, I don't know if you could do that. I mean, this is
Yeah, you
real.
probably can, but
it's real. We ain't never had a president.
Trump would try to pardon himself.
We never had a president that had felonies to pardon. But
yeah.
I mean, it's what we asked for. So why not? Why not?
I showed you an article in the Post where they were saying Mayor Adams wasn't ruling out going back to the GOP. In the same article, it said he was like a part of the Republican Party from '95 to '02. Was you aware of that? I wasn't.
I wasn't aware of that neither. Like probably about a month ago, I saw a clip, him holding a press conference when the whole Abner Louima situation had went down.
Who? Adams?
Yeah, Adams.
What?
It was either Abner Louima or Amadou Diallo. But yeah, he was having a press conference down there in front of City Hall, and I had no idea that he was a Republican. What I think Black Republicans need to do more is Black Republicans need to don't act like everything is all right. Or things better than they were before 100%. But when it's wrong, call it out for being wrong and stand on the right side of that shit. And you'll see more Black people become Republicans. But Adams is trying not to go to jail, man. He's trying to get buddy with Trump so Trump can pardon him and he can run for re-election. It doesn't seem to be anybody that can beat him. Like, even though he is a bug out, it doesn't seem to be nobody that can beat him. They was talking about Andrew Cuomo running. If Andrew Cuomo runs, I wouldn't vote for Andrew Cuomo over Eric Adams. I really wouldn't, and I ain't gonna lie to you.
Why not?
Let's be real. Eric Adams is actually black. Yeah, he's actually black. But nah, I just feel like Cuomo, you fudged it up as the governor, and then now to try to come down and be man New York City, it's like nah, man. And then you would have to be,
and that's kind of going backwards.
you're going backwards, and then you would have to kind of be in communication with the office that you kind of just dropped the ball in, and it would be kind of weird. And as we see, politicians are not above being spiteful and playing petty games, so I wouldn't want that going on. So I don't think it would be a good idea for him to run, even though I've heard that he has a strong chance of winning if he does run. But yeah, Adams is trying not to go to jail, man. He's buddying up with Trump. He saw how the Democrats did him dirty. The Democrats did him dirty. He was all going down to South America, and then once he went down to South America to try to get to the root of their problems and see if he could stop them from coming, which made no sense. But once he got tired of the immigration stuff, the Democrats got tired of him, and they charged him with shit that everybody does. So I wouldn't blame him for saying, you know what, y'all lost, screw y'all. I'm actually still in power. I'm still in office. I'm still the mayor of the biggest city in the country. So why not go where the grass is greener? I ain't mad at him.
I also showed you, I think it was Tuesday, a cover of the post where Adam was like, cancel me, I don't care. And you said, remind you of Braun.
Reminds me of
Dallas
Braun.
2011.
After LeBron and them lost the Dirk, he said all those people that talking about I choke gotta wake up and live their lives tomorrow, and I'm gonna still be LeBron James tomorrow. That's what he sound like, man. I mean, it's the truth. Cancel him, but he don't care no more. He don't care no more. He like all y'all that was so mad at me, and there's a clear shift that's happening in the country, which is part of why I voted for Trump. That frustrated average white man is sticking his chest out now, and they trying to trample on everybody else. And this is the time for the black man and black people to actually stick our chest back out. Like, no, motherfucker, we got the same rights, got the same liberties, we citizens the same way. And you will not infringe on anything that's supposed to be for me. So I think it's time for black people to stop being scared, fully embrace, your first class citizenship. Whatever you see somebody else doing, if you don't like it, do what you like. Do what you may like to counteract it, or make it work for you. Because this is our country, bro. This is our country. So stick your chest out right back and hold your head up and take part in the American experience in every single way you can.
Yeah, also I think in the post it said Adam was willing to work with Trump with the migrant situation and all that.
Yeah, because he see how much of a problem that caused for New York, and he see how much that kind of really hurt him by embracing that. I don't think he's ever really been with the migrant situation. I think he was just trying to, please his party and trying to play the political game and stay in office. I don't think he was ever really down with that like that. And, all the people that was complaining about him when he wasn't down with it, all the people that was, calling for his head when he started getting in trouble, those people ain't in power no more. Those people are not in power no more. So he kind of sees the writing on the wall, like, yo, I got any opportunity to get out of all the heat I've been under. This is the chance, stand next to the right people.
Yo, in closing, do you think Trump gonna give the bag out in his second term?
I mean, ain't no more COVID, so that's not gonna happen again. I think we need to be smart and start organizing for reparations. Because they were saying AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she might be running in 2028. And if she runs, she gonna cut the check. But
so she got your vote.
She got my vote. If she gonna cut the check, if she not gonna attach herself to all the BS that the left was doing these last 4 years, and she gonna cut the check and be a little bit a little bit more moderate left, she is far left. Like she's falling off the cliff. But if she could be a little bit more, moderate, like not exactly a centrist, but a little bit more moderate with her liberalism, you know what I'm saying? It'd be good. But Trump, ain't no more COVID, ain't no more disasters. I don't want no more disasters. I don't want no more none of that. I'm cool with regular life. Um, I don't see no way that he gonna hand out no bag of money. Like it's not another emergency, but there should be less taxes being paid. Any way that money could be freed up, that's what he gonna do. That's what he should do. So I think it will definitely be more money floating around. With Trump in office, which I think we all recognize with his first term. So it should definitely be more money floating around. But don't be expecting no checks, man, and don't be wishing for no COVID neither for a check to come.
Yo, RC, sign us out, man.
Yo, we out of here, man. Last joint for 2024, 2025, right around the corner. See y'all next year.
Politics as usual, RC. We out.
We out.